Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Immigration and Jobs Talk Show, where we bring you the latest updates and insights on immigration news. I'm your host, Nipasa Pradhan, and in today's episode, we will be discussing the visa bulletin for the month of November, specifically focusing on Indian applicants. So, if you're an Indian national or have family or friends seeking to immigrate to the United States, this episode will provide you with crucial information on immigrant visa availability and priority dates. Let's dive into the family sponsored and employment based categories and explore what's changed for India this month. And before we get into the specifics for Indian applicants, let's first understand what the visa bulletin is and how it works. The US Department of State issues the Visa Bulletin every month, which provides a summary of the availability of immigrant visa numbers. It includes two important charts: final action dates, this is when the visa can actually be issued, and dates for filing applications. This is when you can submit your documents to the National Visa Center, signaling the start of the final visa application process. It's important to keep track of both these dates, especially as an Indian national, because your availability to move forward your ability to move forward in the immigration process depends on when your priority date falls in relation to the dates provided in the bulletin. Let's start now by discussing family sponsored preferences. If you're an Indian citizen applying for a family sponsored visa, there are several categories depending on your relationship to the US citizen or permanent resident who is sponsoring you. Here's a breakdown for Indian applicants in November. F1: Unmarried sons and daughters of US citizens. The final action date for this category is October 22nd, 2015. This means if your priority date is earlier than October 22nd, 2015, your case can move forward. For filing new applications, the date is September 1st, 2017. F2A: Spouses and children of permanent residents. For F2A applicants, the final action date is January 1st, 2022. This means you're likely to receive your visa this year if your priority date is before this. Good news for F2A applicants: you can file your visa application immediately because the dates for filing chart shows that applications can be filed up until July 15th, 2024. F2B: Unmarried sons and daughters 21 years or older for permanent residents. The final action date is May 1st, 2016, and the date for filing is January 1st, 2017. If your priority date falls within this range, make sure your documents are in order and ready to be submitted. F3: Married sons and daughters of US citizens. The final action date here is April 15th, 2010. Filing applications can be submitted if your priority date is April 22nd, 2012 or earlier. F4: Brothers and sisters of US citizens. For the sibling category, the final action date for India is March 8th, 2006. For filing applications, the date is August 1st, 2006. This is one of the longer wait times in the family sponsored categories, so applicants should be prepared for delays. As you can see, the waiting period for family sponsored visas can be quite long, especially for Indians, with dates often going back over a decade. It's important to stay updated with the monthly visa bulletin to know exactly when your priority date becomes current. Now let's move to the employment based preference categories, where we'll break down the latest visa bulletin updates for Indian professionals seeking permanent residency through their employment. India is one of the countries most affected by backlogs in employment based categories due to high demand. But here are the important updates for November. EB1: Priority workers. Good news for priority workers. The final action date for Indian applicants is February 1st, 2022, while the date for filing applications is April 15th, 2022. This category includes outstanding professors and researchers, multinational executives, and individuals with extraordinary abilities. EB2, members of the professions holding advanced degrees or persons of exceptional ability. The backlog in this category is significant. The final action date for EB2 applicants from India is July 15th, 2012, which means only applicants who filed before this date can have their cases adjudicated. For filing new applications, the cutoff date is January 1st, 2013. EB3, skilled workers, professionals, and other workers. The final action date for skilled workers and professionals from India is November 1st, 2012. This category also faces significant delays similar to the EB2 category. However, applicants can file their applications if their priority date is June 8th, 2013 or earlier. EB3, other workers. This subcategory, often referred to as other workers, is typically for positions that require less than 2 years of experience. For India, the final action date is the same as the general EB3 category, November 1st, 2012, with the filing date of June 8th, 2013. EB4, certain special immigrants. The final action date for special immigrants from India, such as religious workers, is January 1st, 2021. EB5, employment creation. The EB5 category allows investors to apply for green cards through significant financial investment in US businesses. The final action date for India is January 1st, 2022, while the date for filing applications is July 15th, 2016. It's clear that Indian nationals applying for employment based immigrant visas face long wait times, particularly in the EB2 and EB3 categories. However, staying up to date with the bulletin ensures you are ready to take action as soon as your priority date becomes current. To wrap up things, here are some key takeaways for Indian applicants from this month's visa bulletin. Long wait times. Both family sponsored and employment based categories for India have significant backlogs, with some categories dating back over a decade. Be prepared. Make sure your documentation is ready when your priority date is near. Delays in submitting required documents can slow down your application process even further. Checking filing dates. While the final action date is important for visa insurance, always keep an eye on the date for filing chart as well. This allows you to prepare and submit your application in advance. Remember, immigration is a complex and evolving process. Staying informed is the best way to ensure that when your time comes, you're fully prepared to move forward. Thank you for joining us on Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. And if you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for the latest updates on US immigration. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below and we'll address them in future episodes. And stay tuned, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.